people settle. The intention of the Resource Center, of course, is to make sure that folks have access to job searching, computers, faxes, printers, all of those things that they would need in order to stay connected with their community, with their caseworkers, with any supports in the community, also to reach out to landlords, to set up viewings, all of those things, as well as just general resources in the community. What time the food bank's open, where the meal programs are, all of those things. All of that will fall within this center. We're going to add resources. This is where the scheduling will be for any service providers that are coming in to provide service. Does that pretty much cover it, Ike?
Yeah, in terms of when we're talking about wraparound support services, this is mostly where it's going to be happening. And then the other thing is we have clients sometimes who attend online school and all that. They will be able to do that using the facilities IT facilities we would have in place for them. So all that we have.
Any questions about this space? All right, let's go through. So they can be clients here. Again, we have multiple rooms set up. We're going to be set up for different service providers to meet their clients. As you know, the second and third floor are going to be the emergency bed spaces. And we've set up, there's some rooms that are set up and ready to go. This is our assessment room. So any physical wellness stuff that we're hoping to provide will come out of this room. So our community paramedicines come in and do wound care. If we run a flu vaccine clinic, if public health offers some services, this will be the primary space to see folks. These are a single unit. As you can tell by the bed and the one dresser. And this is what typical emergency shelter space will look like.
If I can, while this is in my head, because I'm going to forget it by the time. Can they have visitors here?
They can have visitors in the building, not in their rooms. And we actually promote that because what we know, start sleeping well, you get to shower regular, you get feeling better, you want to reconnect with family, and we want family to be able to come in and see how people are doing and visit. So we will have lots of space where people can meet with guests, but they can't have guests in their rooms.
So guests can't come up to these floors, but what about the fourth floor? Can they up there?
Same thing. So although because of the way the building is set up, we just don't want people going through the hallways. So again, they can set up to have guests meet them downstairs, those types of things, but not in the rooms.
How much a hold do they have on the room? Like if they're staying here, this becomes
Zero.
my room?
No,
Or?
not at all.
Is there such a thing as a maximum stay?
So there's not an official maximum stay, but you have to be working towards housing. That's kind of the goal. And we also recognize that, housing is not great right now, but there's still things that you can be doing on a regular basis to work towards, going to viewings, filling out applications, all of those pieces.
Dumb question, maybe. How much personalization can they do to the room? Can they bring a TV in or something like that?
Not a lot of personalization because they're not guaranteed the room. So depending on the cleaning needs, things like that, you could be asked to move to a new room while cleaning happens. So it really is emergency shelter space.
Like transition hours, do they have to be in at a certain time?
There is a curfew, the rules and the hours are on the wall.
Okay.
And the difference is now they can still stay on the first floor if they come in late, so they're not asked to leave. So there's still a place for them. You just can't access these floors after a certain hour.
So they can go back
They
downstairs?
can go downstairs and stay.
And can they go outside?
Yep.
Okay, just on the property, I take it?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, no, for sure. Thank you.
Just waiting on another washer and a couple dryers to be delivered.
Yeah.
So clients will have scheduled time that they come do their own laundry, as well as this is for all of the bedding and things like that will happen over here.
Were you guys here for that? We used to have some green tape on the floor set up in here that showed how many people were in that same amount of space over at the current shelter.
So it's the panel here, that's where 8 people were sleeping in the current model in the 10 chapel. So this is obviously a large room, this would be double occupancy. And this is as big as it's going to get. Hopefully our homeless population doesn't grow for a larger need.
I think when you really think about what that would mean for someone on their life stabilization, thinking about the importance of sleep into your own well-being, the ability to get up, get a list,
The safety of your own
jobs,
items.
right? A washroom in here being shared between 2 people.
The ability for couples to stay in the same room.
And sometimes you get admitted into shelter and then you realize that you're going to be sharing a room with somebody you've never met before. Someone who has their own unique challenges, mental health, substance use and so on and so forth. And then you have to share that same space and you're expected to still work on your case plan and then get back on your feet in that situation. So it's different in a place like this as compared to when it is within the same space where you have a lot of people sharing that same spot.
Automatic improvement to wellness.
Imagine trying there are some salons that, we've talked about in the past who've offered some haircuts and things, but even to go into a salon when you haven't had a shower, when you haven't had, you look at all the maybe other people who might be around getting their haircut as well. So the dignity to have your hair washed, your hair cut, to do a shave so that you can be ready to go maybe look for jobs and continue look for an apartment. All of those things.
So this is common kitchen and common space for the 2nd and 3rd floor. They can cook their meals here, eat together,
Nice.
watch TV, hang out. This is the social piece that's so incredibly important.
The doors to the rooms, will they always remain open?
Yes,
At least on the 2nd and 3rd floor?
yes, correct.
4th floor, no, because it's,
Because it's a different situation, yeah.
I noticed there's plugs here, can they recharge devices there or something?
Yep.
Nice.
So these last couple of things are just more.
I just to repeat, there's 35 beds on the 2nd and 3rd floors.
So we'll go up and check out the transitional units on the 4th floor.
about this room?
This is the county office for county staff. 85% of our clients roughly are on ODSP. We now have 2 ODSP workers that are coming down twice a week from the Peterborough office to meet with clients. So they will be able to spend time on site to work with clients.
When do you see them being occupied?
Hopefully very early next year. It's just a matter of moving furniture in. So I'm going to show you 2 units up here. This is one of our transitional units. The difference between these units and the emergency units downstairs is folks will be paying rent here. They will have an occupancy agreement which means that they will participate in programming. This is hopefully the last stop before their permanent forever home. They will be responsible for paying rent, cleaning their units, taking out their garbage and recycling, all of those things as that last step with support of staff. So when they need support, support will be here. But the intention is this is the last step before permanent forever housing.
Can these people come and go as they wish?
Yes.
How do you set the rates, or have they been set already, the rental rates?
We set the rates based on what, so it's a combination of two things. It's their social assistance shelter benefit, plus we have some HSP that we're going to top up for these units.
Is there a rough figure on?
$800 a month. Part of the use of that money is really we're trying to create a program where when they find their forever, we can help set them up in that forever. So that they're not just leaving and having to start fresh with everything, that we'll be able to support them in what that place looks like as well as they move out. So furniture, curtains, lamps, whatever that looks like for the individual, that will have a built-in budget to help support that.
Is there a cap how long they can stay in these rooms?
There's no cap on transitional housing. Best practices is anywhere from 1 year to 4 year. Again, it really is about the engagement level, the stock that's out there as far as units, what their goal is. Maybe the goal is, I want to learn more. I want to feel prepared for that final destination on my forever home, and they're working on a couple of things to get there. Others, it might be a longer term. It might be addiction or mental health or just getting that structure in place to make their appointments on a regular basis.
And how many of these beds are there on this
10,
floor?
10 units. So some will be single, some will be couples.
Anything with animals? Cats, dogs?
Dogs, yes. So it's going to be pet friendly for dogs to start. And then I say to start, but that's a transition house decision, how many exotic pets they decide to go with after that.
Is there a size limit on the dogs?
Size limit on the dogs? I think it's more about temperament.
No.
We're going to support clients in making sure that they're up to date on vaccines. They're going to be in pet cages, those types of things.
Stupid question. No banned breeds, though, I take it. Obviously. Banned breeds?
No.
Yeah.
So we have 2 units in the transitional units that are equipped with rolling showers. And this would be a typical, this is a little bigger unit, so we could move a second bed in for a couple to stay in here.
How do you choose? Like, is there a long list of applicants?
There's no list yet, but the plan is there's going to be an application process, and there's going to be a small committee that is going to form, really around the folks that are already working with them, how successful they think they will be, what those needs are, can we meet those needs? So there is a process in place to choose who comes into these units.
We have quite a lot of people who are already housing ready. We consider them housing ready, but the challenge is that there are no, units available yet. So those individuals will be able to benefit from this program, pending when housing opportunity becomes available.
I would think obviously all of these are non-smoking as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What about drug use?
What about it?
Oh, I know a lot of shelters don't allow it.
No, there's no drug use allowed on the property.
Okay.
What happens if they do? Are they out of these units right away?
These units are going to be treated differently, obviously, and there will be a different type of conversation because they're in a contract, but yes, they could be discharged from the program for violating the rules.
The remaining 2 floors, they'd be,
There's a discharge policy in place for use on the property.
People that have used the shelter, the other shelter, are they anxious about this place? Are they like, hey, I can't wait to get in here? What are they telling you?
So weekly we have our residents meeting, and one of the key segment of that meeting is actually talking about updates as regards 310 division. So from what I've heard from the clients, you can see that they're really excited about this, and they can't wait for them to be able to get in. Like, they already started making plans and all that, so that's something a number of them are looking forward to.
There will still be some beds in Chapel Row?
So once this opens, that program ceases to exist. So
Oh, okay.
everybody's going to be transferred here
Okay.
eventually. So that's.
What's the difference? How much does this hold? How much did that hold? And I know that question is old, but I
So
mean,
currently there are 10 clients in that in 10 chapel, 10 clients at 10 chapel. So over here, the emergency shelter is about roughly 35 beds,
how much did it used to hold at 10 Chapel?
22 max,
And this, sorry, how much is this again?
35 plus or minus. This is excluding the transitional housing unit. So,
In the one space.
yeah.
Well, what's going to happen to the Chapel Street building?
That is something that the transition house board will have to decide on. We haven't gotten to that point yet, but when we make up our mind on what we're doing, we will definitely make an announcement.
Is it owned or is it leased or?
It's our assets. We own it, yeah.
The intention is to really start with the motel programs, so that those will be the first folks that are going to move into the emergency rooms beds.
How many are in motels right now?
17. Funding for motel overflow program. When the first house was closed in Cobourg, we purchased a few more beds in the motels for that reason, and we maintain those motels. Any other motel services that we offer are very individualized and for very specific reasons. So that's not really considered a motel program.
And you say there's 17 now in use.
17.
Probably wanted to mention that we also have a family program. So at any given time, we have the ability to be able to support 4 families in hotel as well. This is separate from the regular hotel program. And but that's not all the number of families that we support. Some of them we support them in their communities where they are, and with the intention of helping them to stay in their community and not moving them out of where they are and all that. So
These are just for adults, I take it, no kids here.
These rooms, yeah.
There is kids?
No kids here.
Yeah, no
for
kids.
this one, no
Yeah,
kids.
yeah.
Only the family program.
Yeah.
Games.